Generations was rushed as well. So I think unless they had a shortcut mode, like the fact that, they're really just reusing Unleashed for the 360 in a sense to make this game, that sort of saved them from, making another 06 pretty much because they only had a year to develop it.
I think that the thing that could best improve Generations right here is downloadable content.
I completely agree.
Add more levels to the game.
Since Sega financial trouble or something because Generations didn't sell as well immediately as they thought it would, that they decided they weren't going to release DLC.
Well, that's
weird.
That's sad.
It's actually kind of counterproductive because wouldn't that sell more?
Yeah,
Carries a lot the same as kind of the same. It's kind of the same with how people say like how every even number of Windows sucks. Like that's whatever was before XP. Windows 8, apparently a lot of people are very disappointed in that.
Everyone always jokes about Windows 7 being the worst, which is kind of weird, but yeah.
I love it.
That is true. It's like, there's weird patterns like that. Like, the 6 of anything is always bad.
But I liked Mega Man 6.
Sonic 06. The 6th episode of My Little Pony, in other words, the 6th episodic release, so that's the sleepover episode.
Oh, yeah.
I go into weird branches.
But I liked Mega Man 6. It had Nightman and Yamato Man, and it was cool. Now, I don't know about Mega Man X6, I never played that one.
Oh, Mega Man X6, that game was just... I've never played it myself, but I've seen enough to know I don't want to play it for myself.
Now, speaking of downloadable levels for this game again real quick, I think that what they should have done is they should have had the last level of each game. I've talked to you about this, Austin, but, for other people, I think they should have had Scrap Brain Zone, Metropolis Zone, Flying, or Launch Base and Death Egg Combined Zone. Let's see here, what was the next one? Final Egg Zone from Sonic Adventure, Final Rush or Cannon's Core from Sonic Adventure 2, Egg Fleet from Sonic Heroes, I don't know, Sonic 06.
Level in here anyway. Yeah.
I don't know, from Sonic 06.
Aquatic Base is alright. Kingdom Valley would have been a nice level, but not that that's the final level type thing.
Yeah. And then, let's see here, then there's Sonic Unleashed, Eggman Land. That would have been a great level, And then, finally, there would be, Terminal Velocity from Sonic Colors.
I love the music of Terminal Velocity.
Terminal Velocity is awesome.
It's my favorite moments in any game.
But yeah, I think that if they, had sort of a final level pack to buy, that would be just a great addition to the game.
I completely agree. Which would just mean he's gonna forget that he needs to do it. I give up.
Yeah.
Zelda's coming up on the 6th game.
Yeah, that's oh dear.
The 3D one, 3D series, not the actual.
Alright guys, what's next?
Well, no one's voted, so I'm going to roll the die. 6 is Sonic Colors, 2 is Sonic 06. Here we go. It's definitely a 2.
So it's Sonic 06.
Yep.
Hamsters. Okay. Well, folks, it is time to watch me die.
This is probably going to take the rest of the stream, in all honesty.
Probably.
If I gotta give it credit for one thing, it's a long game. Maybe not the best ways, though, but yeah.
Some games don't need to be long.
Sonic 06 is long because you spend so much time fighting everything.
It's a certain length, and then it's, then it's overstaying its welcome. I think the adventure games were the perfect length for a game, and then there's 06, which is like twice as long as that, if only just because it's so slow.
And because there's so much enemy fighting.
Well, the good news is, though... Actually, wait, do you have Sonic Colors on the 360 or the Wii, though?
The Sonic Colors is only on the Wii.
I was on the
And the
Wii.
DS, technically.
Oh, well, yes, that...
I wasn't sure if it's 360 or not. But I guess the good news is you don't have to worry about switching systems or anything.
True, because this is the only other Sonic game I have for the 360. Alright.
Oh boy, the first loading screen.
The 360 version of Unleashed is probably, like I said, I've lost track how many times, is my favorite 3D Sonic game, so, that is definitely one you might want to pick up one of these days, just because, that game's so much fun.
Yep.
I mean, I know you have the Wii version, but, I got the Wii version originally, and now that I've played the 360 version, I can't go back to the Wii version again. It just doesn't feel complete anymore.
I see.
You're starting where you left off.
Yep.
This is interesting.
Last time I left off, I died.
Oh, you're not gonna start from the beginning? That's sad.
Left our random hero.
We haven't seen any gameplay of this game
Trying to
from.
control the sun.
Alright, I would... Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say I would catch you guys up on the story, but I don't really know too much.
The story is not important.
In the sense that it's so complicated to try to explain it all at this point.
Don't pay attention to the story. It's evil. It will destroy your mind. Like cigarettes.
That's pretty good. Unlike Metropolis.
Well, yeah.
I think there's real people, because if I remember correctly, I may be wrong about this, I think I'm basing this off the show anyways, I'm pretty sure Sonic's realm is based on Earth.
Well,
I'm not sure about that.
in the Archie comics,
Based on other planets, but... Man, I think sometimes he's on Earth.
well, you see, in the Archie,
It really depends. I know for a fact that originally in Japan, Sonic was always supposed to be on Earth, and they made up Mobius for the Americans, I think.
And then Sonic X is on Earth. So.
well, the way that the Archie comics work it is that, you see, basically, Sonic and his friends are in the future, after Earth as we know it were hit by basically nuclear bombs from outer space that destroyed everyone.
Question mark, but that kind of makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
More sense than the Sonic X explanation for it, anyway.
Yeah.
Don't you see? We're all part of two opposite timelines, or something, where one is like a year's worth a month, or something like that. And so if you go from one to the other, you'll actually get younger. But when Sonic and friends came to Earth, they didn't get older. So there's no logic there.
Logic. We don't have it.
Exactly. I know, it's kind of weird. I have no emotional attachment to this scene. It's kind of lifeless.
Yeah.
Intended.
Nobody has any emotional attachment to this scene.
Yeah, Silver had that whole glow thing with, what's her, I don't know her name, that one. Yeah. Does Silver or Shadow have the same, glowy thing whenever they hold her?
They don't actually have any levels with her, which I thought was a real missed opportunity. I mean, there could have been just right there the Silver level where he's carrying Elise, and it would have been so much fun, but...
It would have been fun? You really think it would have been fun?
I remember someone saying that, the whole glowing thing is, the love bond between Sonic and Elise.
Yeah!
That's what it is.
All we know is that the tutorial guy, aka the Duke of Soliana, the guy who just died, but for whatever reason his spirit is still explaining stuff to Sonic. I don't get it.
Like to call.
The guy basically says, if you put your power together, you'll be able to walk on the sand. Like it's special or something. But yeah, I don't know. It was never totally explained, but I guess because Elise is now possessed with Iblis, and because Sonic is wind or something, they bounce off each other well? Elemental magic? I don't know.
Also, it's the only time Sonic ever gets to use his energy meter. Like, seriously, Sonic, he has this energy meter. Every character has an energy meter. Silver uses it to pick things up. Shadow uses it to fire off bolts of power. Sonic, he never uses it unless he's carrying Elise. Never. It's a pointless meteor.
That's why you can infinitely double jump in this game with the purple gem.
Ah.
You weren't originally supposed to do that.
Yeah, I remember one part there's a cutscene where like Shadow and Sonic were together and like both of them said Chaos Control. I was like, that's just, I don't know, it seemed a little bit weird for hearing Sonic say that. Oh well.
Back in SA2, he was, I'll use Chaos Control! I still have no idea what he was trying to say there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this is a red tea game, so don't worry about it. Just a call.
Keep it as a lucky charm. It's magically delicious.
Oh.
It's true. I think Amy is actually in this game. I don't know what her specific part is besides being annoying to Sonic, like she usually is.
You actually get to play as her in Silver's story. Silver gets all the ladies. Except Rouge.
Two of them anyway. Rouge is off doing whatever, and that's about it. But yes, otherwise, yeah, he does. It's weird. This is the one time where I'm totally at a loss for why Amy would run up to this guy whose hair stands out as if he's been electrocuted. And it's like, oh, Sonic! I've been looking for you forever!
What are you talking about? How can you mistake my anime hair?
Somebody got an email.
And George still isn't online. I am having so many sets.
Except my friend's request.
No.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even notice. I'll get to that later.
But you see, Evil, this is not Sonic's story. This is Silver's story. So we won't be seeing Sonic yet. Alright, so it's time for some actual gameplay.
You might want to save before you do anything else.
True.
So that you don't have to go through all those loading times again. The cutscenes, nah, they're skippable. The loading times aren't.
Yeah, well, he's doing Silver's story because he already finished Sonic's story, and I guess he didn't want to go through the pain of starting all over again, so...
No!
Sonic's story is worth going back to. It's the only one that's worth going back to.
The thing is that this is...
I don't ever go back to the open worlds, I just go back to the trial modes and play through the kind of enjoyable stages, I guess. Kind of. I guess, I don't know.
Hey guys, loading screens.
Yeah.
It's a loading screen, it's a loading screen. I can't believe this cartoon is just all the loading screens.
That's one thing that's like, like, why? It loads something that's like a second long, and
I love the ones where it's just like, if you think, when we get to Silver's Trials of Soliana, I'll be in hysterics, because that is the funniest part of this game. Just because when I say to you, the blue hedgehog, or the blue blur or whatever, if you think mission, go to the left, if you think destiny, go to the right, and it's, I can't follow it. And if you get that wrong, the dude says to you like, not enough. And you watch a loading screen just to see you failed the mission. Just to see another loading screen so you can get back to the main menu so you can try to do the mission again.
Yes!
this game.
You can play as Shadow and Sonic and Silver. That's how you can play as.
Yeah. Well, each character has these.
Sonic on a board, Sonic on it.
You can play. There are certain missions. Excuse me. There are certain missions where you play Knuckles and Tails.
And Omega, and Rouge, and Blaze, and Amy. Yeah.
But you don't to the extent of how much plays Silver, Shadow, or Sonic, really.
Yeah. The thing is,
because they control a lot better than any of the side characters.
except for Blaze, she's the best in the game.
From watching videos, it seems like Knuckles controls pretty good. And stuff.
I don't know.
Wait.
Kinda.
Knuckles is the worst in my opinion.
Really? Okay.
No. Rouge.
Means of attacking besides trying to dive bomb into the. It just doesn't work. And
But Rouge is the worst.
What's gliding in this game is that after a couple seconds, he just drops like a rock for no reason. I don't know, it had something going, but like everything else, it stopped way short.
By the way, this whole levitation thing that you're using, I'm just wondering, is it like glitchy at all, or is it just...
Nah, it's alright.
It's actually kind of cool that you can actually use it to sort of exploit the glitch, but this would be, even if the game was finished, you'd expect something like this, where if you mash the A button just over and over again, then Silver will use about half as much psychokinesis power, and he'll just sort of like, stop falling and move forward a bit just to start falling again, then stop falling just to move forward a bit, and that kind of thing. And it's the only way, in my mind, to get to certain places in certain levels. Which is kind of weird, because you'd expect them not to want you to glitch the game in order to finish the game. I don't know.
Logic. Sonic 06 is severely lacking in it.
When they forget to load the bridges, and Sonic is standing in midair over the water. I mean, that's true logic right there.
Oh yeah. It has all of the logic.
It has all the logics and all the necessities.
So, loading screens. Again.
Apparently Wrath of Cortex had pretty bad loading screens.
Still not as bad as Finding Nemo. This game is nowhere near as bad as the Finding Nemo loading screens.
Did not expect that one coming.
That's the reason why I don't mind the loading screens in this game. I played Finding Nemo first.
Finding Nemo for
the
what?
games for me to get as a kid.
For what? What system was it for?
GameCube. And it's a horrible game. I'm regretting trading it in now because I could make a Let's Play showing just how horrible of a game it is. But
Yeah.
I don't think I could survive it again. You know those little puzzles where it's like 8 squares have little tiles in it and there's one open spot and you gotta like...
Oh no.
Or whatever.
No. Not those.
Those in the levels. You have to complete those to finish the game. It's so stupid. So in the end, I ended up level selecting my way through the entire game, and I had some enjoyable moments in the later levels, which is a shame because I never got to them because of those stupid tile things.
So,
Sonic 06.
yeah.
Another game with bad glitches, bad game design, and loadings.
I will say the levitation thing reminds me a lot of the gravity gun from Half-Life 2.
I could say that. Yeah.
I've never played Half-Life 2, nor have I seen gameplay of it, so I don't know.
Really? It's a fantastic game.
It's really good, yeah.
It's not exactly finished because, well, after episode 2, they just kind of stopped.
I still need to play episode 1 and 2.
They're both... I don't want to say they're as good as the main game, but they've got some neat ideas in there. The final climactic battle of episode 2 is downright disappointing, but other than that, they're both pretty good.
Yeah, and 1, of course. I mean, I'm not sure. I'll probably play 1 eventually. It's probably really cheap on Steam, and it's definitely an old game. I know it'll run on my computer.
I'm not even sure if my computer would be able to support that. since I have everything on the Xbox anyway, I don't really see a reason in, going, since I'm not a PC gamer but at heart, I'm probably not going to play Half-Life 1 ever, but I've seen enough gameplay footage of it to know, it's better.
I'm either thinking, like, of watching a Let's Play of it, or just, playing it, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I need to play episode 1 too.
Episodes 1 and 2 are really good. I'll say that much.
I recently played it, even though it's not a big of a deal. I did play Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, which was interesting. It was very interesting.
It sounds interesting.
It's you get it free with Half-Life 2. I guess you buy it from Steam or whatever. It really is. It's really pointless to play without commentary. But if you play with commentary, it shows like a lot of the technical stuff that they went through to make.
I love the little commentary bubbles. That was like my favorite part of Portal when I was playing that. It's like, I want to click on this one, see what they have to say here.
Yeah,
is that the voice of GLaDOS explaining what she? Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting how they like explained how they made different stuff and all the work that they went through it.
And the fact that they didn't just think, well, we're the game producers, we can't share this knowledge with the common people. I mean, I've got this image of just most game designers doing that nowadays, rather than just admitting that, this is quite a bit of trial and error, but I think we got it good.
How many things can you target at once, the telekinesis thing?
However many as you can pick up with the little meter thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It gets ridiculous later when we get to the final boss. It's just,
I can't put my finger on it. The telekinesis also reminds me of some other game where you can just, like, it's a really, like, open world game. They can, like, pretty much destroy everything. I just can't remember what it is. It's bothering me. I want to say The Incredible Hulk for the GameCube. But I've never played that game. I've seen it, but it reminds me of that, sort of. I want to say that, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
I can see that. A lot of people have compared this to Star Wars The Force Unleashed, actually, with the whole
that may be good,
stuff, but I never played those games. I don't really have any interest to. Silver's gameplay is fine enough for me. I still want to see a Silver game where he, like, we follow him in the future or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. I forget who said it, actually, but he said that would be, like, the best idea for a video game, much like how, Mega Man was continued with Mega Man X, if Sonic was continued in the future with Silver's games, or something to that effect. I don't know. It's an idea I've been toying with for a while now. I'm like, I totally gotta find a way to make this work.
We'll have to create our own video game company.
By the power of fan fiction, designs of video game, I don't know. Something.
Nah, we'll just create... Yeah, we'll make the Lightspeed series, get like $1 bajillion off of that, and then make Lightspeed canon in the Sonic universe, so that we can create the Silver line of games.
Just running everywhere. Actually, that'd be kind of cool.
Yes. Sonic games need more hamsters.
I completely agree. I'm still waiting for Eggman to design one of his bosses off a giant hamster wheel or something.
Yeah. Why hasn't he done that yet?
Like any of the Sonic games that are like animals based off of hamsters? Or anything close to it?
Comics in here.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I'm sure there must be one somewhere in the comics, but in the actual games, no. You got flying squirrels, armadillos that haven't shown up in 20 years, dynamites, aka red and green bird from, I think, Australia, but yeah, no, hamsters.
Severely lacking in hamsters.
Bring back. I have to look it up just to make sure.
Knack the Weasel?
This guy's amazing. Yeah. Oh,
The cat.
they need to bring back Bark the polar bear.
Oh yeah, Bark is cool.
Polar bear. Such a cool idea for a character, and he went nowhere.
Oh, he's in Sonic Generation. Oh wait, no. Yeah. He's in Sonic Generation.
Somewhere.
Yeah, he's. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot the Warner poster. Yeah, he's in Sonic Generations. Forgot about that.
With Mighty Ray, and Beans somewhere on there.
There's a human in Sonic Fighters. I didn't know that.
Not as a playable character, that's for sure.
Depends. I remember I once got totally lost on some website or another and just found out so much weird stuff about beta footage and all this weird stuff. Basically, something that was originally supposed to be in Sonic the Fighters was like after 50,000 games are played or something crazy like that, you would unlock a random character by the name of, what was her name? I forget, but she's based off of a character from the game that Sonic the Fighters is ripping off, or something like that.
Honey, her name's Honey.
Yeah, Honey, yeah, there we go.
Honey the cat.
But Honey was actually from the original game, and she was the character you unlocked after 50,000 plays. So, what they did when they made Sonic the Fighters for the arcade is they decided to add Honey back in as a legitimate playable character, finished and everything. And I thought that was a pretty neat idea on their part.
Kind of look. I mean, if you want to look at obscure Sonic characters, just look at Sonic the Fighters.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect representation, actually.
Wait 1 second. Mission?
Fang. Yeah, Fang, Bean.
Yeah, I miss Fang. Or Knack, or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Fang and Bean have appeared in anything else besides Sonic the Fighters, so...
Oh no, loading screens!
Triple Trouble. I know Fang was in Sonic Triple Trouble. I'm not sure about anything else, though.
He's in the comic.
Well, everyone's in the comics. Characters I had no clue about. A random mammoth is in the comics, and he's green, magic, psychokinetic, sort of like Silver, actually.
Oh yeah, him.
Only weirder.
Mammoth Mongol. He's like one of the main villains.
Oh,
Sure.
apparently. Fun fact, Fang is from another dimension called the Mysterious Special Zone.
Oh yeah, that's where he appeared in the original game.
That's right, because he would always go find the Chaos Emeralds, and he would have them. Only he had the worst luck of any treasure hunter ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember that whole plot point, yeah.
Oh, no way? That's so weird. Bean from Sonic the Fighters is also in a soccer game. like a real-life soccer game that Sega made in 1997.
That's the most random thing ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
So, guys, Sonic 06 is killing my brain now.
Well, I don't really see how this is a test of memory. This is, what are those drawings called where it's like a paint blot and you gotta tell the guy what you see in it? That's this, only this is even dumber. When you see films of disaster, if you think Princess Elise, or if you think Blaze, what? I'm not following this at all. It's not memory.
It's wild mass guessing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Jeopardy music to somehow mash with the Wheel of Fortune theme and maybe the $100,000 pyramid just for good measure.
But seriously, did they need so many loading screens?
Apparently. I guess anytime a character has to reposition himself, you need another loading screen because they didn't properly implement it into the game.
Just have one loading screen, that way you'll just load it all, even if it does take 30 years. Do it.
Also, I got a D.
I agree with that. I would much rather see one big loading screen than 50. It breaks up the action so much. I think that's a big part of it. I don't know. Kingdom Valley, from what I remember, is just a slow level in general. So by the time you get there, the loading screens will be a break.
Oh yeah, I've already played a lot of Kingdom Valley. It was annoying. So, it's time for the Trial of Heart. I'm pretty sure this has nothing to do with heart at all.
Let us begin.
What kind of lame power is heart anyway?
It's not like I have to be ruler of the world or anything. Anyway.
Okay, so this is about battling the fears deep inside you. You need to battle the enemy without using any objects.
have to go get my dinner, so...
So basically, the test of heart is killing everything. No, the rest of the game is not this. We will have actual levels, eventually. Theoretically.
At least the music's good.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's funny actually, going back to it, I used to say that the 06 soundtrack is like my favorite soundtrack of any Sonic game.
Yeah?
And while that kind of is still true, I'm really starting to love, like, fan works of these levels more than the actual. Like, what is it? Somebody made a remix of Radical Train, but they made it as if it was made for a modern Sonic level. And it's probably my favorite thing, like, ever, as far as music goes. And so I went back and listened to the original Radical Train song, and I really didn't like it after that.
Yeah. That's the thing about remixes. When you hear a good one, the original song is just never the same again.
Not necessarily. I mean, all that, what was that thing? I remember you favorited it, so then I watched it, and I thought it was, like, the best thing ever. There's, like, massive Kirby boss mix or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That, you know, it's not like I appreciate any of the others less. It's just, I love the idea of putting every, putting that one battle theme from Return to Dreamland to the style of every memorable boss from every Kirby game ever.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, but I don't not like the original now because of it.
Well, yeah.
So I can't really say that's what it is. It's just, I don't know. It's confusing.
Ring.
Welcome. That was quick.
Welcome to your doom.
I have it with me right now.
So, I'm killing things. Isn't that fun?
Well, technically, they're robots. They're already kind of not alive.
I'm destroying things.
There we go.
Technically, this game's already broken, so...
You can't break it anymore! But I can sure try.
Oh, man.
It's over. Finally. Now, the big thing everyone always forgets to do is save after the trials so that you never have to go through them again.
Yeah.
Unless you're going for all less ranks like I did.
Who would go for all S-ranks on a game like this?
Well, the, painfully English achievements were just too alluring. What was it? It was like, the achievement was called, like, a psychokinetic protector, or psychic protector, or something like that. It was like, make the beat all S-rank, hard mission, silver story. What? They did not proofread that. But, yeah.
Or translate it correctly.
Or anything.
They're probably like, Google Translate, good enough, let's do it.
Google Translate is better than that. Anyway, save here so that you don't have to go through that again.
Yeah, I just did.
There we go. By the power of this giant bird.
Oh man, evil is leaving us. You can't leave us. You can't leave us.
Evil Dead.
You have to stay with us. Everyone is in this together and stuff. And besides, you just miss Sonic.
I've got a question why we have a 3-foot-tall hedgehog. Sorry, 4 3-foot-tall hedgehogs running around, a cat around the same height, and just a random giant bird. It makes about as much sense as in the old games when a normal-looking squirrel would pop out of a robot that a 3-foot-tall hedgehog bashed into. Did Sonic fall in a nuclear power plant somewhere or something?
No, like I said earlier, the entire world was hit by atomic bombs from space.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's not that Sonic fell into a nuclear vat, it's that the entire world became a nuclear vat.
This makes sense. Oh, I can see all the pieces coming together.
So,
This level,
it's Kingdom Valley.
this level drags. Silver's last couple levels just drag. I can't enjoy them anymore. Ugh.
So there are achievements for this game?
Well, yeah. It mostly involves getting all S ranks.
And collecting all the pointless silver medals!
Oh yeah, those! Did you ever do those?
I tried. I honestly tried. For hours, I would wander around Wave Ocean looking for that last silver medal as Sonic, and I never found it. So
That's sad.
But I know people who have gone out of their way to do it. It's not worth it.
At some point in the game, do rings like not matter anymore?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, and the sense of currency, not like actual gameplay.
Depends. With all the characters, the only thing you need them for is buying the upgrades. And Sonic has tons of upgrades because he's got all the game-breaking gems to buy, right? But yeah, Silver and Shadow, you can easily buy all their power-ups before you get to this level, or in Shadow's case, before you reach Dusty Desert. So you're never gonna need, to complete all the town missions or whatever as those characters. But I found myself grinding quite a bit actually for Sonic's rings by fighting the final boss over and over again. Just so I could get the infinite jump and other time-wasting stuff. Why did I have so much fun with this game?
That's a good question that I don't think anyone can answer.
You know, I'm sure I'll find an excuse one of these days.
Maybe.
One of those games you like love to hate.
That is very true. Very, very true.
We'll have to do a Mystery Science Theater 3000 or something on this. Y'all know what Mystery Science Theater 3000 is, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
No, actually I don't, but it sounds interesting.
Well, go to TV Tropes and look it up. It's important.
Well,
Or as they're commonly called today, Rift Tracks. Rift Tracks is pretty good. Basically, they just watch old, at least back in the day, MST 3000. They watch like old movies and just like riff over them, like comment on them as they're watching it. It's pretty funny stuff.
I love stuff like that.
So yeah, I think we could do something like that with Sonic 06. Whoa! 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 Ah! Okay. I'm good. I'm alive.
Well then. Oh dear.
Except those guys actually write scripts, so.
Well, we could write a script.
Yeah, I mean for later on, I think like right now.
Oh. Yeah. Sure. I mean, I'm gonna make a Let's Play this game one day. So,
One day.
you know, I don't think I could commentate on it alone. And I'm gonna be doing post-commentary anyway, just to get rid of all the loading screens.
You know, just let them suffer with you. That's
No.
how this game works. Let's play. You have to make the people suffer with you.
No.
Put up with it. You'll have to put up with it too. Yeah.
I don't think I can do that.
You're too nice.
I know.
You are too nice.
People always say that. So, I'm lost. Austin, you're the guy that knows this game. Where the hamster do I go?
Head back down the steps.
Yeah?
There, yeah.
Yeah.
You see that random octagonal platform?
Yeah, I'm on it. Remember, you're a few seconds behind me, so...
I am.
Yeah.
The stairs after it.
Oh, wait, I think I see it. I mean, I'm fighting robots now, so, you know.
Hopefully that's not just like... From what I understand, from what I've found, there are actually points in the game where there are robots that aren't actually supposed to be there, and like rings and stuff that aren't actually supposed to be there. They just randomly put them in and forgot to take them out for the final build of the level that didn't involve that path. Sonic's version of Kingdom Valley is probably my favorite example, where there's like 5 1-ups strewn about randomly like next to each other or something, and you can get all, it's something crazy, like, you get all 5, and then this giant army of robots falls down from nowhere, creates massive slowdown, and then you're just kind of left there wondering, what did I do? It's kind of weird. I like it, though.
It sounds weird.
There's another one where, like, if you can exploit this trick where Blaze can hop on the water if she does her fire dash in a certain way, I forget it, and you can actually find 4 random rings floating on a boardwalk that shouldn't be there in Wave Ocean.
I see.
Weird stuff like that just pops up out of nowhere. So just because you see robots, don't think that means you're in the right direction. This game likes to trick you like that.
I see. And apparently, bullets don't give you invincibility time.
I hate that. That is the dumbest idea for a robot ever. Have something that you can exploit your invincibility frames and then just instantly kill you. Ugh.
Obviously.
I must be lagging really far behind.
Yeah.
That's not important.
Yeah, you are lagging very far behind. Get away from me, bullets!
Wow, I'm surprised they gave Sonic 06 4.8 on the IGN.
Were they, like, I don't know, smoking something, or?
I know there's one site that gave, I forget exactly how it worked, but they rated, both Unleashed and Black Knight lower than 06.
That sounds really stupid.
It is.
I never hear much about Black Knight. Like, never. I don't know.
There's a reason!
I personally don't like it, but I know a lot of people say it's like, it's the best 3D Sonic game ever. I'm like, you're kidding, right? It's not that good, but it's better than Secret Rings. Way better than Secret Rings.
Yeah, I didn't like Secret Rings. And I'm lost again.
So, actually, it's funny. Secret Rings is, what's the best way to... There's certain moments in that game I love. Like, fighting against... I think that's another thing called the Ifrit, right? That random... lava monster thing.
Yeah.
3rd level?
Yeah, that guy.
Something like that.
Evil Foundry.
I love that thing, whatever it is. But,
How do I do light dash?
what?
I forgot how to do the light dash, and I died.
Oh, Silver doesn't light dash.
Oh. I thought he did, for some
He's
reason.
nothing like Sonic or Shadow.
But psychokinesis. Light dashing with psychokinesis, that would totally work.
Actually, that'd be really cool. I would have loved to have seen that. Another thing we can throw into the Silver exclusive game that's going to come out never.
Yeah, whenever we finish Lightspeed and implement the Sonic cannon into it, and, yeah.
Lightspeed is more important, though.
Yes.
Get that out of the way first.
Gravity Hamster and Brightly and, you know, all them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, I was holding the... Okay. Okay, no. You know what? It is time for the part of the show that I like to call ignoring enemies and doing epic dodges.
This is a good call on your part. Although the epic dodge part doesn't exactly work in a game like this.
It does if you're dodging.
Sure?
It does if you're dodging. Silver, you are no Hawkeye. We'll just say that. Alright, so, that's cool. I just destroyed some ground.
I love how a single box can cause these things to, like, topple like that.
Physics. They tried to make it, but no.
This isn't physics, this is anti-physics.
Oh no.
Just seen a random box fall down and then just start, like, flying like, in this game.
Of course, if it's a rubber box.
That's what it looks like. The blue, it looks like it's covered in the blue gel from Portal 2, where it just, like, bounces all over the place randomly for absolutely no given reason.
Exactly. This game.
This game.
So, yeah, now I have balls.
What kind of a line is that, anyway? Let's clean up this trash.
I don't even
Silver,
know.
the garbage collector.
Yes. Oh, hamsters, I am being attacked by explosions.
This is the extreme form of garbage disposal. We use explosions.
The garbage. Oh! I just grabbed a laser with my psychokinesis.
I can't grab lasers with my psychokinesis, except for that one.
No, literally, this is... Alright. So you see, the last time I played this level, I also grabbed a laser with my psychokinesis, literally in this exact same spot.
It's weird because, I guess they're talking about the orange lasers coming from the red dude that you just killed.
But no, you're not supposed to grab those. You're not supposed to grab either of them. Well, Austin, I'm glad that you're here because you're the only one that knows what he's doing.
I've played this game too much. Whoa! The thing like flew backwards. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played this game too much. That's my synopsis of the entire event.
Oh, hey, there's ground down there.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go get something.
Alright, I'll just wait for the slowdown to be not stupid anymore.
But as far as why you can't grab those things, apparently they have a certain limit on how far they can travel, and they just blow up at the end of how far ever they can travel.
Well, that's annoying.
It is, especially considering that they intentionally position them just out of range, so that you can't grab them. This game.
This game.
This game.
In this game.
Where one is all
It's-
always near the fall. Oh dear.
In this game.
I need to come up with lyrics for that right after I make up a Knuckles rap for Lost World. Hey.
A Knuckles rap for Lost World.
The idea struck me one day that Lost World is the only level that sounds remotely like, I guess the word is jazzy, in Knuckles' favor as far as the stages in Sonic Adventure 1 go.
Yeah.
So I want to take that Lost World theme and just get a rap to that the way that the SA2 raps go. Yeah. Yo, this is Knuckles, we're here in Lost World. Floating on the walls or looking on walls and fighting chameleons. I don't know, I'll figure something out later.
It's like the death egg up in here with our gravity's messed something. I lost all rhymes.
Fly, my silver hedgehog, fly! Hey.
These big robots are weird. It's like all of a sudden they'll just randomly fall.
It's based on if or not they have their arms.
Oh.
So
Well.
if they have this, oh, I hate this spike wall. Your best bet is to actually either just get hit like that or just to fly around. But yeah, the robots will always topple over if you get a good hit on them when they don't have their arms. Which, honestly, I find a bigger inconvenience.
Alright, so, Box, help me move forward.
Stand on top of it.
Whoa! Okay.
And you can also, whoa! You
Yeah.
can also move around, well, yeah. Anyway. This game, the things it decides to teach you at the second to last level. And if I'm not mistaken, you've already had to do that in other levels, haven't you?
Yeah.
Something like, I don't know.
Okay, so he's almost done a silver then?
This is the second to last level. And it hits straight into the last level. And then there's the final boss, which is sufficiently epic, considering what game we're talking about. And then, yeah, and then he's done with silver. And then all that's left is Shadow the Hedgehog. Who
Yeah.
himself like a Bond character every time he shows up. The name is Shadow.
Does he curse every time he dies?
Not this game. In fact, I don't even know what he says during this game, because every single game, he said something memorable to say. In the original game,
Maria.
it was always, Maria. In Shadow the Hedgehog, obviously, swearing constantly for no reason. Like a good 3 times in a row if you happen to be in the right spot and respawn after you get hit with a gun, fall off the edge, and then respawn right when he's about to ask where that 4th Chaos Emerald is again. What?
One of my favorite instances of him swearing, though, is that, like, it's the same soundbite for whenever he swears, basically. So, like, even if you, like, fall off, like, an endless pit, he'll still say it. But he says it so, like, nonchalantly. He's just like, really doing it.
There's a certain glitch you can actually, I forget exactly how it works, but if you, like, in the level where you're following Maria around trying to resurrect fallen gun soldiers or scientists or something, I forget. If you resurrect the last scientist and then hit, and then enter, whatever you call it, chaos control mode, where you start zooming through the level, for whatever reason, Shadow just starts swearing constantly, dies, but then, after you respawn, and he continues to just say, darn it, over and over again, and at the last second, the title screen pops up, or I forget it's the weirdest glitch ever.
Really weird. That sounds almost like creepypasta-like.
It's not quite that bad. we'll save that for Luigi's
It
Mansion.
sounds like something that someone would make up in creepypasta, though.
I could believe it. Somehow resurrecting these guys, and you'll get a random voice clip of the.
Then all of a sudden, I was sent back to the title screen, and when I started playing again, I was playing.
I noticed that all the enemies were fallen scientists. Oh, that's perfect!
Yes. This must happen.
Same thing goes for right now.
Oh my god, someone should make a creepypasta of Shadow the Hedgehog. Please do it.
It's so easy, though.
We already made it!
Just rack on it. Oh. And then I turned around, and there standing before me was Black Doom. Octopus, tentacle, whatever you call it thing. Then how did you write this? Now don't ask questions.
Yeah, it's like, which one is it? The creepypasta about, it's about Sonic R, with, like, the plush
Tails doll.
Yeah, the Tails doll.
There's another one about the plush toy where he's like, then I turned around and the Sonic plush toy with bleeding eyes was right behind, or no, oh, Sonic.exe, that's right.
Oh, that.
I don't remember.
So funny.
What?
I guess partially just because it's not well written, like, you know, are any creepypastas well written?
There are some ones I can, like, there's some ones that that sound believable, but some of them are just like, come on, this is not believable. There's just some that do sound believable, though.
I kind of like the ones where it's just a weird, like, you know, version of a game, rather than just, and then I turned around and that was a ghost, you know?
Yeah. Uriel of Wind covers some of them. That are pretty good.
He did one of, was it, I forget what it was called, but it was a hack of, Pokemon Silver, and it was just the coolest thing ever. Something about, the unknowns spelling out different words and whatnot.
Yeah, that was really cool, and that one actually was believable. It's like, yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah, I could buy it, and it actually sounded kind of cool, and I'd be willing to get the game if I just had any interest, but I don't, but oh well.
Oh, guys, we're playing as Sonic.
Oh, where did he come from? It's not even like they're in the same place. It's like Silver's like down there fighting enemies, and then Sonic's already standing up here. I mean, that's horrible transition.
Quick question about this actually too. I'm actually kind of curious about this. Is for the different stories in this game, is it kind of like Adventure 1 to where they're going on at the same time, or is it just like continuous?
Yeah.
It's not as well handled as Adventure 1, but yeah, all 3 stories take place at the exact same time, and they run into each other on occasion, but it's not like in Adventure 1 where the dialogue and everything changes depending on which version you're playing. I thought that was one of my favorite parts about Sonic Adventure was, like, you know, when Tails and Sonic are both facing off against Eggman. In Sonic's version, is the believable version. That, yeah, there's Sonic saying, like, you know, hey look, it's a giant talking egg. But then when you get to Tails' version, suddenly Tails is the really cool one who's standing up to Robotnik. I always thought that was kind of, you know, cool. In this game, it's literally just playing the same cutscenes because they were too lazy to render something even slightly different as a camera angle.
I remember that blew my mind as a kid playing Sonic Adventure 1. I was just like, when I played Sonic part, I was like, alright, I guess let's play some Knuckles part now. And like Knuckles met like the same part I played as Sonic. I was like, oh my gosh!
Yep, same here, same here. Of course, it was also my first like game that I ever played through the full thing of. So
I never did that, yeah. I mainly screwed around in the Chow Garden.
Oh, the Chow Garden. I miss the Chow Gardens. This game actually has a reference to that. In Crisis City, occasionally you can actually run on a billboard or something that says Chow Garden next left or something like that. It's kind of cool that they were willing to put something like that in there. And then the rest of the game shows its ugly head, and then you're like, no, never mind.
So you try to go to the next left, but you only find...
You only find fire.
You only find Sonic 06.
What is Chaos City supposed to be even, like, or Crisis City, sorry. Like, is it supposed to be, like, resembling New York or something, or?
The way I always describe it is it's New York on fire, but, the second hub world in this game, the one with, I believe it's called New City, or whatever, apparently, over the next couple of days, that city's going to build up until it's the size of New York, and then randomly, magically be attacked by, the Ifrit, or sorry, the Iblis monster, whatever you call it. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's going to become Crisis City for the next 200 years.
I can't grab the missiles!
Jump first.
Run!
I'm sorry, this is not animation. This is a jumping animation in this game, so I like how you can control yourself. Like, just how it looks whenever you control yourself whenever you fall is kind of funny. So it just looks like, your body just doesn't move, but yet you somehow, like, twirl really fast.
Guys, I think I'm stuck.
I can forgive that back in the day with, like, Adventure 1 and 2, because those were early games.
Actually, that was Dreamcast, wasn't it? That was on full game.
Dreamcast, yeah.
I played on the GameCube, I'm not sure about you, though.
I think I've at least played every single version of Sonic Adventures, both 1 and 2, that's been released. I never bothered buying the Xbox, what is it? There's an Xbox Live release, and then there's also a Dreamcast Collection version, and they're the identical game, and that's the only version of the game I've never played. The Dreamcast version is still the best, though. Hands down.
I played it on GameCube. Was it released long after the Dreamcast version?
If I remember right, the way it worked was that Adventure 1 came out.
Nice. That was pretty cool. It's like demolished the whole building.
Yep.
By a single box. If I'm remembering right, Adventure 1 came out, and then a couple years later, I think 3 years later, Adventure 2 came out. Then the Dreamcast went under because it, just
Epic dodging!
so Sega went third party, and one of the first things they did was they ported Sonic Adventure 2 over to the GameCube and made Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. From that point, when that was a huge success, they went back and remade Sonic Adventure 1 with that same idea in mind, and that was DX. So I think that was released 2003, I want to say?
I want to say the same thing.
I think. It was like right around Sonic Heroes time.
What was the era of the Dreamcast anyways? I probably wasn't too young.
Oh, you mean as far as the generations of consoles go?
Mm-hmm.
It's considered on par with the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox.
Really? I wonder why I never knew about it as a kid then.
It really just went under the radar here in the good old US of A. Actually, it's funny because it's weird. Sega's consoles, starting with the Saturn, they apparently forgot about their American market and made all the good games for Japan only. For whatever reason.
Kind of like the Famicom thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why does the Japanese version always ended up being better for, I don't know. But it was the same story with the Dreamcast, though, was sort of similar in the sense that no one had heard of Sega in the longest of times when Sega's console was like, look at this, it's the next big thing.
It's over! It's over!
It's a materializing gold ring.
And then there was this, I don't think America had the 64DD. I believe that was Japan only.
What was that again? It was the,
Nintendo 64DD. It was the disc drive for it.
Oh, that thing. Did that ever get past beta stages? Because I remember hearing that.
It was released. It was released.
Wow.
Nobody ever used it, but in fact, I'll read some of the proposed games that are significant. There's a lot of them, so I'll just read some of them.